Hello everyone, in this video I will explain you how to create plots in Python. I will teach you how to create single plots that you can see over here and subplots that you can see over here. I will teach you how to adjust the line style, that is it a solid line or dashed line or dash dotted line. Then I will teach you how to adjust the line width, how to place markers. Then you will learn how to adjust the font size in the X and Y labels. Then I will teach you how to add legend and how to adjust other properties of your plots. Moreover, I will teach you how to save a plot in, for example, a PNG file or JPG file or PDF file, so you can import it in your report, in your presentation, or any other document. The skills that you will learn in this video are very important for creating professional looking reports, papers, or presentations. Now, one of the motivations for creating this video is that I have noticed that students often tend to neglect or do not pay attention to their plots. They often, for example, create plots with line width or line colors that are not visible once you plot once you print your paper or presentations. So consequently, I will teach you how to properly adjust your plots such that the resulting files or images are nice and professional looking. Okay, so let's start. First, we will import the necessary libraries. We will import the NumPy library and the Matplotlib library for plotting. Now, I will define a function, or actually I will define 4 functions that you can see over here. First, I define my x vector, that is simply a vector from -10 to 10 with 500 entries. So here's my vector x. Okay, and you can do, for example, whos to see the vector. Basically, it is the array, it's the NumPy array. Next, I define my functions. They are sinus, cosinus, and these two functions, e to the minus something, in this case minus 0.1 times x, multiplying cosinus or sinus. So these functions often appear in mechanical systems or in electrical circuits. These are functions that define basically response of, for example, a first or a second order system. Better to say second order system, since this is the sinusoidal oscillatory behavior functions. Okay, so let's see our functions. So this is my y11, let's see y12, y21, and y22. And if you look at our workspace, they're here. Okay, so let's plot the first function. Let's plot the sinusoidal function. So the first thing that you need to specify is the figure size. So here I specify the figure size, and I say it's 12 by 5. You can adjust these parameters. We'll play with them later. Then I adjust my basically plotting parameters, and I plot my function using the code line 22. So let's see, what do we adjust? Here we specify x, that will be on our x-axis, and y11 will be on our y-axis. Color is blue. You can specify here red, green, or any other color. And here we assume line style, that's basically a dashed line. Then we gave a label to our plot. It's going to be called sinus x. We set the marker to O. We specify the line width, and we specify the marker size. So let's plot this. Okay, so here's our plot. So let's play a little bit with parameters. Let's say I want to have red color here. I don't want to have a marker, so you can either erase this. For example, I will erase this. Line width, let's specify, for example, 6, and I don't have a marker size here, so I will erase this. And let's see the result. Okay, so here's my result. So let's now play with the line style. Let's say I want to have a solid line, and again I will execute this. So here's a solid line. If you want to have other types of lines. You can, for example, change this parameter. So this will be a dotted line, and dash dotted should be, I think, something like this. Maybe not, we will see. So it's not. So let's try something else. Maybe this. Yes, so this is it. So this is dash dot, and of course you can play with these other parameters and you can adjust your plot. What I suggest to my students is usually to use the line width of at least 3. Okay, so this is clearly visible. Now, what I don't like on this plot is that, first of all, I don't like the limits, so I will adjust my limits since I want to basically specify the limits from -1 to 1, and I want to specify my x to be from -1 to 10. So I go with plot.xlim and specify -1 to 10, and I do y limits from -1 to 1. So let's plot this and let's see how our graph looks like. Okay, so here's my sinusoidal function. Let's now add the plot. Let's add actually a title to our plot. We do that by plot.title. We specify the name. In our case, it's going to be function plot. And let's specify the font size of 14. Okay, so here's our plot. We have a title. What are we missing? We are missing x and y labels. So we call simply plot.xLabel with the parameter of x, and we specify the font size to specify x and y labels. So let's see how it looks. Okay, now we have labels. Now, what else is not good with this graph? Well, I don't like the fact that my basically numbers are too small. So what I will do, I will specify the size basically of my numbers over here in the x and y axis. So I will say label size 14. Here it is. Now even the label size in x and y directions are adjusted. Okay, and then let's add the legend by doing plot.legend. Here we will obtain the legend. Here is our legend. You can change this by changing, for example, this thing here. We'll type function sinus x, and let's repeat this procedure. Okay, so here's function sinus x. Notice how Python automatically sets the position of our legend and puts it in the best appropriate position such that the legend actually box doesn't overlap with our function. And finally, let us save the function. We will actually let us save our plot. We will use the file name saved figure.png file. I like PNG files. And then I will execute this, and this graph will be saved. Now, the question is, where did we save this graph? Well, if you look at this folder, this is the current active folder. So it's in ccodes.temp. So I will open here. Here's my basically figure. You can open it up, saved figure. Here it is. Okay, so the next step is to learn how to create subplots. So we create the subplots by calling basically plot.subplots, and we specify the grid here. The first number is the number of rows, and the second number is the number of columns, and we specify the figure size. So in this case, I will have 4 subplots. I will have 2 rows and 2 columns. So let's execute this and see what will happen. Okay, here are our empty plots. We have 4 plots defined on the 2x2 grid. Okay, now you can access the first, the second, and the third plots by basically using 2 arguments. So if I want to access the first subplot, I will use ax 0, 0. Keep in mind that Python does not count does not index actually the arrays starting from 1. It indexes the arrows starting from 0. So 0, 0 is this one, 0, 1 is this subplot, 1, 0 is this plot, and 1, 1 is this plot. So again, you can specify the color, the line style, the line width, the label, right, using a similar procedure to the procedure we use for creating single plots. So here I will only adjust the parameters of the first subplot. I will plot first function sinus x here. I will plot cosinus function over here, and I will plot two other functions over here and over here. So let's do that. Okay, so here's the result. We see 4 functions. Notice here that I have only adjusted the labels, the parameters of the plot 0, 0. You can also adjust the parameters of other 3 plots using the same procedure. And finally, I saved my plot in the file subplots.png. Let's open it up. So here's my subplot. Here it is. And you can use this file, you can import it in your document, insert it in your web page, etc. Okay, that will be all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like the videos I create, please subscribe or support my channel. Thank you very much and have a nice day.